VR in our household has been a big time hit over the past few years. Particularly for me, I've enjoyed making a fool out of myself, not even realizing when people are watching and laughing at me as I'm living in my own little VR world here, boxing. But I think that's about to change because today I have the MetaQuest 3S, brand new next-gen VR mixed reality system here. I'm gonna go ahead, get this unsealed, get it unboxed, get it set up. And there it is, the newest VR system from Meta. And before getting everything unpackaged here, one thing that's worth noting that's actually on the box here, this includes the new Batman Arkham Shadow game. This is supposed to be a premiere title for the VR system, and that is included here with the 3S. So we're gonna go ahead and start looking things over here. So first off, we've got the instructions, got some brochures there for the product itself. So now we're gonna start unpacking everything that's included. This is the main feature here. This is our Quest 3S headset. So then we've got a little glasses adapter here that will fit into the face insert. We got our wall adapter plug, USB-C port, and then of course we've got our USB-C, USB-C cable here. So you can use that to charge up the new Quest. So then we got the controllers here for the Quest 3S. You can see we've got the two side triggers on each controller, the action buttons, Oculus button, and the menu button, along with the left and right thumbsticks. And you've also got the little loops here that you can latch around your wrist to keep them secure when in use. These controllers are great. They've got the haptic feedback built into them, so as you're using them, it gives another element of depth. Whether you're going to be clicking on an object and get a vibration, or you're playing a game, you'll kind of get the shaking feeling as you're using them. And these controllers are designed to be tracked very precisely here by the headset. So you'll use these and you can point and aim with precision. Another thing with these controllers is they feel very comfortable in the hand. They're not bulky. They feel like they fit just perfect, ergonomically friendly, very comfortable, which is important because as you're using them, you don't want to get tired of holding these. They're lightweight and feel nice. One thing to note is the controllers come protected with this little plastic insert that can be pulled away to release the battery. So now you can actually turn it on. And so with the battery, you've got a little release button that removes the cover, and then you've got a single AA battery. So really nice, only one battery per controller, easy to access, easy to swap out. And I'll tell you, I like to use rechargeable batteries just because these VR systems end up getting quite a bit of use in our house. And so here is the 3S headset. And this is where really the changes have been made when it comes to the difference between the Quest 3 and the Quest 3S. The headset. So we've still got cameras, sensors, all that jazz built into the front. We've got our ambient light sensor here. We've got other sensors on the side. We've got our power button. We've got our USB-C charging port over here. Then on the underside here, we've got our volume controls and then a little action button here. And here we've got the strap. These straps are convenient. They've got back adjustment loops here, and then they've got the Velcro top strap here, so you can fit this perfectly to the contour of your head. If you do wear glasses, you can simply remove the insert here and use the glasses spacer that's included to give a little more distance and allow room for the glasses. And then we've got our lenses here. And these are the Fresnel lenses. These are the same lenses that are in the Quest 2, same pixel count and resolution, and they're pretty much concentric rings that make up these lenses, so there's kind of a sweet spot as you're using the headset to get a nice crisp picture. So this headset, just feeling it, doesn't feel overly hefty, which is important because as you're wearing it, you want it to be comfortable, you don't want it to get cumbersome. There's other headsets out there where after a while you become fatigued with use. That is not supposed to be the case with the 3S headset. This has a nice padded facial interface here. So we're gonna go ahead and get this put on and start it up. All right, so now that we've looked over the headset and the components in the box, I'm gonna go ahead and get this powered on. So we've got our little power button here on the side. Just give it a couple presses. And I just heard the ding, so it is starting up. And so this is where these straps are very handy to be able to fit it to your exact contour. So what I'm doing is just adjusting the back straps here to get a nice, tight, secure fit. And I can tell you it feels very comfortable. And so I'm just gonna follow the steps on the screen now. We've got a nice, vibrant, colorful screen. And so this pass-through system is very cool in that you can still feel part of the real world while having mixed reality or virtual reality right here on the screen in front of us. So one thing to note as you're getting this set up for use is these lenses can be adjusted. There's essentially 3 positions that we can click them into. And so that's to allow you to find kind of your comfort setting. And that's just gonna depend from person to person, how far your eyes are spaced apart. So it's one of those, as you're wearing this, you'll wanna go ahead and make an adjustment there to see what feels best. So I'm just gonna go ahead, go through the setup process here, and then we'll show you some actual footage from inside our VR here. So as I'm going through the setup process here, there's a software update needed. So I've got it now plugged in and it's charging as it's going through this quick software update. So as the software is updating on the headset, I opened up our Meta Horizon app here. Right away it recognized that I was trying to pair a 3S. Very intuitive, literally just open the app up. And so as soon as the software is done updating, we'll complete the setup process. So this action button is really cool because you can go essentially from the real world into the VR world with the press of a button here. So I press it, I'm back in my living room here, color pass through, everything looks good. Go ahead, press the button again, I'm in VR. Very cool. Now open up a quick mixed reality game here. So this comes pre-installed on the headset. It's called First Encounters. And you can see I've got this vibrant display overlaid onto the real world. And so as part of this, I just need to allow the system to kind of map out my room, look for obstacles. And this is part of that mixed reality, is the system needs to be able to kind of check out the environment. And one thing to note, with this color pass-through, I'm able to navigate through clutter, through people, pets, tables, furniture, everything. I can see everything, so I'm able to navigate easily. So you can see here, here's the completed map. It does a really good job. It shows our tables, our stairs, furniture, pets. So we're gonna go ahead. Everything looks good. All right, so with this game, we've got, it looks like some Puffians that are about to invade. All right. This is really cool. I see our ceiling is falling in. Rubble on the floor. So essentially, I've got a little spaceship, it looks like. It's landed. And we can use the triggers here on our controller. And with this controller, everything just feels very accurate. Wherever I'm pointing it is what it's pointing to in our mixed reality here. Looks like pop into our room. There it is. All right, so I think the object is to catch or shoot these little guys. Wow, and one thing you can see here, shooting these space guns destroying my living room at the same time. I don't know if that's good or bad. And so again, as I'm playing this, I'm in my living room, so I'm not stumbling across objects. This is much different than if I were in a full VR environment, where then I'd need to make sure my boundaries are accurately set. Alright, so this here is an example of full VR mode. So right now I'm in a game that is not mixed reality, and so everything around me, everything I see is right here in the virtual world. But again, with the action button, if I want, I can press it, I'm back in the real world. So that is a key component here. So even when you're playing VR, you can still easily connect with the external environment. Really makes me feel like I'm on the side of a mountain here. So plenty of processing power here, even for a game of this magnitude. I can look down, see the world below me. All right, so I've spent some time with this new Quest 3S. It's a very consumer-friendly option. Gives you that color pass-through. You don't feel like you're isolated. You've got the mixed reality going on. If you want to be isolated, you can. You can simply just hit the action button and go into full VR mode. But very lightweight. I've never got any sort of discomfort with this. There are upgrades you can make as far as the straps go, but even the strap provided for me worked really well. Another great thing with this Quest 3S is that it has the same chipset or processor that's in the more expensive Quest 3. So that will ensure that you're going to be able to play all the games or use all the different apps that you're able to on the more expensive Quest 3. And my first impressions with the 3S are that it's solid and a nice entry option with good price point to get into the mixed reality scene while still being able to enjoy the latest processing power for next-gen games. And overall, while I still may look silly using the Quest headset, at least I can keep an eye on those around me.